Again, we're back together. All right, so this time we are looking at question 3.3 from our May-June technical maths paper. So please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you're part of this family. All right, so in this case, I'm going to just dive into the question. Very interesting. So they said to us, solve for x, right? So that we are given sine x is equal to 10 of 318, right, where x is an element of 0 to 360. Right, so now what we need to do is firstly work out. So we've got sine of x, okay, is equal to 10 of 318. So what we're going to do firstly is try and work out, in this case, what is 10 of 318. That's definitely going to give us some negative answer. A positive answer. That's in the that's in the fourth quadrant, right? So this is equal to, so I'm going to say 10 of 318. That gives me negative 0.9, okay? Now, please note that 0.9, I'm not going to round off that answer, right? So sine of x is equal to that. So I'm going to say x is equal to the arcsine of that entire number, okay, minus 0.9 and so on. Right, so let's do that. So I'm going to say, so I've got that number and I'm going to say shift the sign. No, actually. All right, there we go. Shift the sign of our answer. Right, so I'm taking the entire number. So I get x is x is equal to negative 64.21. Now, ladies and gents, please, I want you to note. So there are two methods that we can use. We can always use the reference angle method, right? Or what we can do is use the method that I'm going to show you just now. So whenever I get an angle, or I solve for anything that has sine in it, right, we need to say plus k 360, where k is an element of integers. But that's not the only solution. We can also say x is equal to 180 minus whatever angle you get when you solve, right? So that's 180 minus a negative 64.21, but also plus k 360, right? Now I want you guys to please note, so I'm going to say that's 180, okay, plus 64.21. Right, I get 244. So that's 244.21. Okay, right, plus k 360. Now, ladies and gents, what we just need to do now is check. Well, the restriction that we're given is between 0 and 360. So we need to now find out what are the values, or rather, which are the angles that would actually fall within that. So first of all, well, if we make k equal to 0, right? So if we make k equal to 0, I want you to note this guy is already out because negative 64.21 is not between 0 and 360. However, 244.21 definitely is, right? So x is equal to 244.21. That actually does qualify. Okay, so let's see. If I said, well, 360, or rather k is equal to 1. All right, so let's take that solution over there. So if I said k is equal to 1, so x would be equal to minus 64.21 plus k is equal to 1, so that's 1 times 360. So if I say 360 minus 64.21, that gives me 200 295.79. Okay, so that's my other angle that I have there. That's definitely between 0 and 360. Okay, but if I take k is equals to 1 there, it definitely becomes an angle that is outside of that. Okay, right. Now I notice that those are the two solutions that I can only have, because you'll see if you take k is equal to -1, right, definitely you get a negative angle there, but you also get another negative angle for this guy over here if you substitute k is -1. So in this case, I'm not going to bother doing that. So it means the only two angles that are applicable in this case would be x is equal to, that's 244.21, and another one is 295.79. And ladies and gents, that is how the cookie crumbles. All right, and we are going to leave that question there. Right, I hope that you are going to join us next time when we now move into question number 4. I'll see you guys next time. Sharp, sharp.